Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo of the Special Offences Court in Ikeja has delivered judgment on the sexual assault case against a Nigerian Nollywood actor, James Olanrewaju, popularly known as Baba Ijesha. Justice Taiwo, in a judgment today, Thursday, 14th of July 2022, stated that Baba Ijesha is found guilty of indecent treatment and sexual assault of a minor. The Nollywood actor was convicted on 4 counts: 2, 3, 4, and 5, but the judge absolved him on count 1 and 6. The defendant faces a 6-count charges bordering on the indecent treatment of a minor, sexual assault, attempted sexual assault by penetration, and sexual assault by penetration. The court, on the other hand, finds that the prosecution successfully proved count 2 and 3, that he indecently places the minor on his laps and rubbed his manhood on her body. He is also found guilty of counts 4 and 5, where he was accused of again indecently touching the same minor and sexually assaulting her 7 years later by rubbing her body and sucking her fingers. But Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo found him not guilty of count 1, which deals with allegedly sexually assaulting the minor by penetration with his car key 7 years ago, and count 6, where he was accused of attempted sexual assault by penetration during another encounter with a minor in April 2021. However, before he's been sentenced, lawyer to the convict, Prince Joel Kayode Olabiro, pleaded with the judge for leniency. According to him, the defendant is a first-time offender who has passed through severe trauma at the police detention and Kirikiri Correctional Center. He told the judge that the defendant has lost his image over the years and has been deserted by friends. He also added that Baba Ijesha has aged parents who depend on him, a wife and son who look unto him as a father. However, Honorable Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo concluded that the 16 years jail term be served concurrently starting from today, 14th of July 2022. Speaking to journalists, the defense counsel, Prince Joel Olabiro, and human rights activist, has got this to say.
To us, as a defendant, and naturally as to be expected, we were expecting the case to go the other way around. By the defendant, being discharged and acquitted, on all the counts. But the court, in our reasoning and our wisdom, saw otherwise. You understand? But we cannot fault what the court said, and we pleaded with the court for leniency, and the court acceded to our position, by giving 5 years, The court did very well by not convicting on that, because the event of 7 years ago, the purported defilement by use of key, so the court was in a position that no credible evidence was presented before the court to result in conviction on that. So he was discharged and acquitted on that. We're going to the drawing board anyway. I'm not the only lawyer in the matter. So we are going to the drawing board, and whatever the position will be made.
Like I always tell people, fair trial, fair hearing is part of human rights. And in this case, you can understand that Lagos State government allowed that the victim, the defendant, and the public, they have their rights protected. And that is what we've been saying. And the argument of the defendant is that he's not guilty. And we need to also understand that if he is not guilty, he also have the opportunity of appealing. It is still within his statutory right. So the fact that he's been found guilty of some charges. Some is not guilty. That is what we're calling a proper democratic society. So we should allow the defendant to exercise his entire fundamental right, which is going to appeal, if necessary, to challenge the ruling of his court. And of course, I always tell you, that is what I stand for. And there is no point denying the man at this stage because we are colleagues. Others can choose to deny him, I will not. And what I am fighting for is the rights of everybody involved, the victim, the defendant, and the public. And the only way all that can be established is a court of law. And that is it. A lot of people are even saying, he's dragging too much. They will throw the case away. Now they've seen that there is no bias. But of course, they should not forget that the person being accused and convicted still have an ample opportunity to challenge the ruling of his court, to prove his innocence.
And today's judgment is, even though, yes, I felt it could be a little bit more, but I'm excited, because this is justice being served. One of those few times in the Nigerian judicial system where we see justice being served. So this is a win-win for those of us who are passionate about this cause. We are extremely excited, and this is going to serve as a warning to all men who think that they are child predators, who think they can take advantage of children. If a celebrity can go to jail, we are coming for you, and anybody can go down for it. So this is a warning to all grown men and women. Some women molest boys, we are aware of that, and we have been on these issues for a long time. Let the world know that the long hands of the law can catch up with anyone. This is a big lesson, so we are super excited. Thank you very much.